Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Secunda, let's make some noise. This bout is for the Fightstar lightweight division. It's 5 3-minute rounds of Fightstar action. Calling out fighter number 1, fighting out of the red corner, representing Dane Fern Fight Club. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Nkosi, the future Ndebele.
So there you have it, the guy who is moving up 2 weight divisions to fight at lightweight against Francois Meyer, the current lightweight champion, Nkosi Ndebele, the current bantamweight and featherweight champion, coming out to take that 3rd belt before turning pro. It is a stretch for any athlete to go up 2 weight divisions, especially against someone as dominant as Francois Meyer in the lightweight division. Since he won that lightweight belt, no one has come close to challenging him for it.
Wow. Well, look, he looks pumped. He's obviously certain he can do it. Looking at his corner coming out there, everyone looks pumped, ready for this.
And there you can see his original coach, Coach JD, there in his corner as well. 2 of the guys that he works for Dane Fern Fight Club and trains there, so the owner of Dane Fern Fight Club as well in his corner. But Coach JD, the man who got him those first 2 belts, standing with him in the corner again. And this is where he wants to be. This is where Nkosi wants to be. He wants the toughest fights. He wants to be on the big stage. You know, his opponent hasn't been announced officially yet, but I know that his opponent is no debutant. It's a pro athlete with more than, I think, 7 pro fights.
Oh, wow.
I asked him if, I spoke to Nkosi when he signed that Brave contract, and I said to him, we can give you an 0-0 or a 1-1 South African. It's going to be a fight that you're going to win, and people are going to go, oh, well, he said, give me the toughest guy they can get me to show people what I can actually do. He's not going to back down from a fight anywhere. He wants this 3rd belt. Let's get his opponents in the cage, and let's get this thing kicked off.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, and his opponent, the current reigning Fightstar lightweight champion, representing CGA. Let's make some noise for Francois Meyer.
So Francois Meyer, lightweight champion, he won this belt some time ago off Stephen May. Choked Stephen May out, like out, unconscious. Won the belt, defended the belt, entered the Searching for a Scrap Season 3 show, which was the lightweight show. Smashed everyone throughout that competition. Fought Smithstein, tore Smithstein's shoulder or arm, took him out for some time. This kid is an absolute dominant force in the lightweight division at Fightstars. As I said, no one's come close to taking that belt from him. Extremely talented kid, also going to the World Championships in November. There is some serious talent coming out of this weight division and everywhere else at Fightstars.
You know, I'm just happy I've got to see all these youngsters going to Worlds, showcase their talent here tonight. Very, very impressed. I think we've got a good chance of coming back with some medals, to be honest. The level, the skill.
Yeah, Francois Meyer is focused. This kid is ready for this fight. He's wanted this fight. You know, he wants to come out here and show what he can do. He wants to make sure he keeps that lightweight belt and send Nkosi to the pros with 2, not 3.
Spotted Nkosi a bit. A year or 2 ago, very difficult to hit. Doesn't stay in the pocket long, moves a lot.
Let's cross over to Pietro and get this one kicked off.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is 5 3-minute rounds of Fightstar Championship action. Our referee for this match is Ferdi, so let's get it on!
Yeah, expect these guys to keep it standing in the beginning, keep their distance, lots of kicks. And of course, he's got some great kicks, comes from a karate background. Francois Meyer comes from a kickboxing background. You're going to see a lot of kicks from him too. There we see it now. This is going to be an absolute scrap, folks. Don't go make coffee. Don't go to the bathroom. You do not want to miss 1 second of this. There you can see feeling each other out early. Mistake there from Nkosi. Looks like he was trying to go for the triangle there, but he's popped his legs off. Francois squeezing him down. They're not giving him any gap to do anything from the bottom.
Got all his weight on top of him.
Oh, of course, he looks like he's going for the armbar. Great strength by Francois there, slamming him down.
Of course, he's going for the triangle. Just missed it.
Eating some shots here. It was a big mistake by Nkosi. It landed him up on his back there. Went for the flashy kick and lost his balance.
High-risk moves don't always pay off. End up paying your price. Like
Francois now side control.
On his back, on the bottom, paying for the high percentage move.
Francois now moving into a north-south position.
Look for the sit-through here.
Of course, he wants to get back to his feet here.
Got the single leg.
Managed to get back to his feet and get the takedown. Of course, he now on top. We know that Francois Meyer can definitely work from the bottom. He finished Smith-Stein in that final with an armbar. Of course, he's now working from that guard position. Both of these fighters have now spent time on top in this fight. Big shot landed there by Nkosi from the top. Postured up. Francois trying to control the head. You can see Nkosi they're working.
Francois looking very good off his back here. Legs are active the whole time. He's trying to pin those shoulders. You can see once he's just waiting for Nkosi to straighten those arms where he can pop the leg over for the armbar.
He's staying very busy and making it very uncomfortable for Nkosi to work as well, which is the important thing to do when you're at the bottom.
Bombs there.
It's going to be a very close round this by the end of it. Both of these fighters have spent time on top. Nkosi finishing the round on top, which is where you want to be when the round ends. Great round by both of these guys. Nkosi looking very calm and composed. Francois also still looking very fresh. This is the top of this division and pretty much this whole organization, folks. The top guy in the continent in Nkosi Ndebele and the top lightweight in Africa, winning season 2 of Searching for a Scrap in Francois Meyer. These two guys are going at it. And as we know, this is Nkosi's last fight at Fightstars. He turned down to go to the World Championships and fight at the World Championships this year so that he could prepare everything he had to fight at Brave in December.
Amazing commitment. He's determined to start his pro career with a win, putting something like that on hold.
Looks like Francois Meyer's got something stuck in his foot that they're just trying to get out here in between the rounds.
Just be an iron filing or something perhaps.
Well, that's definitely going to throw you off your game during a fight. You can see there the Secunda fans still going after Francois Meyer about his comment with Smith-Stein in season 2 about family men not being able to compete with him in fighting. There you can see that front kick by Nkosi. Oh, nice kick. You can see Francois Meyer ate that one. Smile there afterwards. That normally shows that you connected if a guy smiles at you afterwards. Nkosi there, standing against the cage, waiting for his opponent to come at him. He's got Francois up against the cage again. Remember, Francois, a natural lightweight, Nkosi, a bantam and featherweight athlete. So it is a jump up for him. It is a much bigger opponent than he's used to. He spent 3 months fighting at bantamweight on the show. So it is a big jump from bantamweight to featherweight, to lightweight, sorry.
Massive jump. These are the chances we take when we're looking for glory, though. Oh,
nice takedown. Of course, he wants him on his back. That's
definitely
that
doesn't look like the lighter fighter out of the two. The way he manhandled Francois there with that takedown.
So, of course, he was training at Nova. You can see Coach JD cornering him in this fight. He is now doing some ground training with Attila in 4 ways as well. You can see that's definitely stood him in good stead. His stand-up was always something that was great, but his ground did need a bit of work, and you can see that training with Attila has definitely pushed him on leaps and bounds.
Attila also been around for a long time.
He's going for the legs, going for the ankle. Of course, he's got to pop his leg out of there. So it's not a great place for him. Manages to get out. Yeah, Attila definitely one of the original ground guys in South Africa. He's also been around forever.
And he still wrestles the students. He must be close to 50 now, wrestling the students. And I promise you, he's not a regular 50-year-old man.
Yeah, you can see Francois now landing on top. He's inside controls. Not a great position for Nkosi to be in. The Secunda crowd here getting behind Nkosi.
You see Francois using his weight well, lying on him. Great head control, trying to pin that arm so he can free up for some GMP there.
Yeah, he definitely wants to start striking and working from here.
So he's working towards it, the lockdown. The hips are nice and tight, heavy on Nkosi's hips, so he can't use his legs to shoot off the cage there.
Try to land the strikes. Nkosi doing well to pin the arm and grab hold of it. But Francois is very heavy. You can see how low those hips are. 15 seconds
guillotine,
left,
yeah.
10 seconds left for him to survive. He's throwing some knees to those legs now. Good round by both of these athletes. Both of these guys want this. You can see what it means to them. Francois definitely wants Nkosi's scalp on his record. That is for sure.
That's the scalp you want. Two-time champion, two-division champion, about to turn pro. That's the scalp you want on your plate. Nkosi's having none of it though. Still looks very calm and relaxed. JD giving him some words there now. So super cool. Look, he's still smiling in the corner there, relaxed. Great to see that sort of composure from a young man.
Francois, you can see as well, looking very composed in his corner too. He's had multiple title fights in this organization, and of course he's had multiple. They're used to going 5 rounds. They're used to being here. This is nothing new for them. All that's going to come down to is someone going to make a mistake and give this to the other person? Is it going to be a flashy knockout or a kick that finishes the fight? Anything can happen here with 3 rounds to go.
It could really go either way.
Oh, no touching hands there by Francois. He wants to just get in here. Of course, he definitely ate one there. Gets the takedown.
Great wrestling.
Francois coming out very aggressive to start that round. Didn't want any part of touching hands. He just wanted to start throwing.
I think his idea was to touch with a kick.
There you can see Nkosi inside control there. He's got the position. He needs to keep those hips low. Work Francois in this position. He wants to spend the round here.
Oh, great
reversal off the cage by Francois.
Fantastic. That's something we drill a lot in training.
You can see Nkosi trying to get back to his feet. Oh, great strength shown there by Nkosi.
I'm sure Nkosi's rotator cuff is double jointed because I've never seen a rotator cuff move like that.
There you can see he's got Francois back against the cage. He wants to get the takedown and get back on top. He's got the single leg, but he's going to eat lots of shots doing that.
So Francois is very comfortable up against that cage. Being comfortable up there obviously means he's working it in training. Needs to try pushing Nkosi's head down. Needs to go for those short hammers on the ear there, never nice. Needs to wall walk to get up.
You can see there, Nkosi's working. He's trying to keep him down. Francois now trying to get back up. Oh, great takedown there by Nkosi. He's just pulling the legs out from under him every time.
Relentless. Francois going for the reversal here again. You can see he's got his arm through the leg there. His hips are trapped though.
You can see Francois still very relaxed, very composed under all of the pressure. But Nkosi is working him.
He's got his butterflies in now. He should just kick away with his legs, move his butt to the cage and stand up. There we go, butt to the cage and get up. Nkosi doesn't allow it. Oh!
Nkosi threw a bomb there. He was trying to catch him as he was trying to get up.
Nothing wrong. It's not against the rules.
He was trying to get away from Francois with those up kicks. Didn't want to eat any of those when he was standing up.
He's hiding away there. Of course, he's hiding that head of his. You can see the shots to the ear starting to take their toll.
Francois looking, as you saw, is very relaxed there. He's trying to go for that guillotine again by the looks of it. He's talking to Nkosi now. Got that arm trapped. He's going to try and pop that arm over. Grabbing onto the cage on the way down there was Francois.
That's the round there. Very entertaining round, that one.
These guys are absolutely throwing everything at this fight. Round 4, you can see the Fightstar belt there taking its lap of honor around the Fightstar cage. Both of these guys not leaving anything in this cage. They are going at it full ball all 3 minutes.
Going into round number 4. These are the championship rounds. These are the rounds where winners and champions are made.
As I said, both of them have been here before. They've been here multiple times, winning their belts, defending their belts, but this one means more than any one they have had before. Fighting another champion in multiple divisions, fighting another winner of the kind of show that we have of 3 fights in 3 months.
That sort of makes you the undisputed champion, isn't it?
The champion of champions, folks. That's what this is about.
Let's see, I'm sure these boys are going to have another big go at it here in round number 4.
Francois touching hands this time. Whoa, 2 big shots there. It looked like Nkosi caught one on the back of the head that threw him over. Whew, Francois was throwing big punches.
His hands are down.
Both of these guys look like they are having fun. Good work by Nkosi there. Caught him. Both of these guys need to be careful. If any one of those big punches land, it could be over for the opponent. There you can see Nkosi straight back to taking his man down to the cage. This is where he's going to win the fight. If he keeps doing this, this is where he's going to win the fight. As long as he doesn't do anything silly like get his neck caught or anything else like that, this is where Nkosi wants to spend this fight. But they were throwing. But if any one of them landed in that exchange, it would have been good night, nurse.
I could hear the wind coming past my ears. Oh, he's going for the suplex.
He almost dropped him on his head there.
Powerbomb suplex there.
That is going to take a lot of energy out of you, though, picking a man up like that.
Definitely. So is the relentless attempt on the takedown.
You can see Nkosi there has got all his weight against his opponent. Francois just trying to irritate him by hitting him from every angle he possibly can. Francois not even looking for a reversal here. He's just inflicting damage. That's all he's doing from with his back against the cage. Don't be surprised if he goes for that arm again. Referee warning him for grabbing the fence.
It's kind of hard to put your hand up against the fence without your fingers going through it. I get what they're saying though.
Of course, he's still trying to get that takedown
Relentless
completed.
on that attack. Relentless on that takedown attempt.
Francois landing though.
Not too phased by it at all. I still just feel he should look for an underhook and try and get that reversal. No one's throwing knees here. It's turning into a shoving match.
Both of these fighters, you can see they've been giving everything. This is a position where you can make a mistake that leads to your opponent capitalizing. You're both tired, you're both giving it everything. You can make a silly mistake here. Of course, he shoots again. He's got his opponent against the cage, manages to get the takedown. The referee again calling for grabbing the fence. 10 seconds left.
That's the round.
Of course, he's finishing that round on top again. Look at his eye though. It looks like he took a shot to the eye.
He did. I think when he lunged in like that, he ate one. You can see it swelling nicely.
Yeah, that eye's going to be closed if he's not too careful. They're going to have to do some work on it. You can see a bit of blood coming out the mouth as well. He definitely had a couple of shots in that exchange, and that's what I said. When you get tired and you just start throwing like that, it's a 50-50 game. Whoever lands wins.
Whoever's chin's in the air comes off second best, unfortunately.
One round left in this one. It's the final round. In my opinion, I think I have Nkosi up so far.
He has purely on the takedowns.
And how much time he spent against the cage, putting his opponents up against the cage. Francois hasn't been in any dominant positions for a while.
If takedowns aren't counting the way they used to,
oh, that
and
eye
it's going
is
on
closed.
damage control. Of course, he could lose it on pure damage control. So, yeah.
His eye is closed.
Terrible, terrible.
He's going to have to work from the distance here and make sure that he doesn't get caught with anything. Francois could be smelling blood and just going after that eye.
Francois should be doing is just jabbing that eye.
I think, of course, he's going to need to get a takedown here.
He's going to go straight for the takedown. I'm sure of it.
Because if you can't see out of your eye, you're not going to see punches coming.
And
he landed. They're both just throwing now. You can see Francois, just any punch he can throw, he's throwing at that eye. No matter how light, no matter how small, because it is going to hurt. If your eye's already swollen that big, it's going to take a lot of punishment on anything.
It's only going to get bigger with every shot.
Of course, he manages to get the takedown, though.
I'm sure Ferdy will want to keep an eye on that eye.
You can see Francois is looking at the arm and lets it go. It's 2 minutes and 15 seconds for Nkosi to get through here with that eye.
Oh, it looks like it's bleeding now.
Looks like it's popped, and that was the danger.
That was the danger of it bursting. Looks like Francois has done a good job of opening that eye. I think
2 minutes left here.
It sucked to see Nkosi lose this on a technicality like a cut.
You can see Francois, they're doing
He's going for that
arm
armbar. Oh, he's got it. He's got the leg over. I don't think he has his elbow in. Resets
Great
it.
work there by Nkosi to fight through that. You can see he's keeping that eye pushed into Francois' chest here to try and make sure he doesn't inflict any more damage on it. He does need to work though, because Ferdy will stand them up. I think he's also trying to make sure the ref doesn't see the damage on the eye. There we go. As I said, he's going to stand them up.
Can't see out of that left eye. It's starting to be a problem. He's going to be susceptible to the right hand.
Got 1 minute left to get through. Oh, straight under the punch.
Shot.
Well done.
You see, he was planning that. Very good shoot. Didn't complete the takedown though. Is that going to sap more energy from him?
Got
Francois
50
wrestling
seconds left.
him here.
Francois now the one doing the work against the cage. Of course, he was doing all of this for the whole fight. Got 40 seconds left to survive through this.
40 seconds.
There you can see, of course, he gets the turn. That's where he wants to be.
Great reversal. Good
wants to
wrestling
keep
by
Francois
Nkosi.
against the cage. If he can get the takedown here, that's where he wants to be.
I think it's the blood's actually coming from Nkosi's
his
nose.
Got 10 seconds left to get through here. See Francois talking to his opponent.
Talking to, he's asking Nkosi if he thinks he's winning. He's asking him if he's winning. Does he think he's winning doing this? I think he's done enough.
I think Nkosi's done enough to win that fight, folks.
He did control it, but going on damage control, it could swing in Francois' favor if the refs are looking at it from that point of view. I mean, takedowns, we know, don't count what they used to. Comes down to damage. And if the judges have had a look at that, it could sway this fight in Francois' favor, I'm sure. I think they should make them fight another round here.
I think they're trying to. I think they think there is still another round to go.
No one's told them it's the 5th and final. Oh, yeah, we go. The ring girls are entering.
Yeah, it's time to see what the judges think of this one.
Senor Pietro's on his way in. Oh, I'm keen to see the way this one went.
In my opinion, I think Nkosi did enough to win it, but you never know what the judges are looking for. I've been wrong many times before.
I've been robbed many times before, so...
Like all the guys in the cage think the fight's still going. Both corners still think the fight's still going.
One more round, guys, one more round. There's Francois saying there's one more round. I think they haven't even realized they've fought 5 threes. It just shows you how game these guys are willing.
And we've been watching the ring girls come with every card. The 5-round card was in already. The fighters obviously weren't paying much attention to what was going on in there. Coach JD wants to carry on fighting too.
That's how it should be. Last man standing.
Yeah, just keep going until one guy can't anymore.
Exactly.
Like, let's just keep swinging. I'm sure it's going to take some time for the judges to get the judges' scorecards in on this one.
Sure, I wouldn't want to be a judge, to be honest. Yeah, I was just going to keep quiet. Don't want to give judges a bad name.
Yeah.
Win some, you lose some.
There you can see both guys obviously think they've won this one. I know what my opinion is. I don't know if I'm going to give it too many more times because I've gotten in trouble for doing that before. But let's get Nkosi dressed and in the middle of the cage, and let's get over to Pietro and get in there for the official decision from the judges after this 5-round fight that no one thought was over yet. Very strange.
Maybe they need to get bigger ring girls, or bigger round cards.
Let's go over to Pietro for the decision.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for these two awesome champions! This bout goes to the judges. Judge 1 scored this bout 50-45. Judge 2 scored this fight 49-46. And Judge 3 scored this bout 50-45, declaring your winner via unanimous decision from the blue corner, and still Fightstar lightweight champion, Francois Meyer!
I called that one. Surely it's got to do with Nkosi's eye being so damaged.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still the lightweight champion, Francois Meyer. Francois, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It was an awesome fight.
And obviously, you've defended that belt now. You fought champion against champion. This is the fight that everyone was talking about. You managed to come away with a win here in Secunda. Tell us what it feels like.
It's awesome. I've been working very hard for this, and the victory is like dessert.
And then we spoke earlier about Paul Ronga fighting on the 8th of December in the amateur undercard for the Brave event. You'll be facing him in that fight, so you'll be fighting at the Brave event on the 8th of December. That announcement is now official. Tell us what it feels like.
It's awesome to be on the first Brave card in South Africa, but first for me it's the Amateur World Championships in Bahrain. So I'm going to go get gold in Bahrain, and then I'll come back to South Africa for Brave.
There you have it, guys. Your winner, Francois Meyer.
Ek wil net graag dankie sê vir die Hemelvader vir die talent en die awesome dinge. Dankie Vader.
Nkosi Ndebele. Not quite the way you wanted to end your career at Fightstars, but we now know that you'll be fighting as a pro on the 8th of December at Brave Combat Federation in South Africa.
Yeah. You see, firstly, thank you to the Almighty for this wonderful fight, for protecting me in this fight. Thanks to Francois as well. I've been working a lot more just to improve my wrestling. And yeah, as you saw, more like sometimes just to stand and strike and kick. But I've been working on my wrestling because I knew Francois was a strong guy on the ground. So I tried to do that. And first time ever to do a wrestling match, like, you know, for the whole round. So, but you know, it's the beginning. You know, I still remain the future. I'm the future, and the future remains exciting, and it remains bright. So please get behind the future, and then we are going forward.
There you have it, guys. Nkosi Ndebele.
So I'll be making my first pro debut on Brave on the 8th. I'm gonna train even more harder. This is not the way I wanted to end my last amateur fight, but I'm proud of myself. I don't want to lie, and thanks to all the future citizens that are behind the future. Please, now we have tried to dominate the amateur world. Now let's go to the big world, to the real world of MMA. Yeah. And then we're going to dominate there as well, for the nations are waiting for us. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Fightstar. Thank you, guys. You guys rock. You guys are awesome.